Hello, my name is Aditya and I'm a trek leader at Indiahikes, and today I want to talk about preparing for a DIY trek. So DIY is do-it-yourself treks where trekkers come here at the base camp and they do everything on their own. They do the trek on their own 100%, which includes navigating, cooking, choosing their campsites, carrying their own gear, which includes tents, sleeping bags, utensils, food, literally everything. And what we've noticed recently is that the trekkers are not preparing that well as we would like them to for a DIY trek. So DIY trekking is something which we want to promote here in India and we want to start that culture. So there are three aspects to it. Number one is the fitness that the trekkers come with. When you are here on a DIY trek, the challenges are a lot more because you have to carry your own gear, which might weigh anywhere up to say 13 to 15 kgs, and you definitely can't offload. And after that, once you reach the campsite, you also have to do multiple things. That's just one aspect of DIY that you've achieved, is reaching the campsite. You have to choose your campsite, you have to fetch water, you have to cook for yourselves, you have to pitch your tents, you have to do everything. So that requires an even higher level of fitness. So preparing well physically for a high altitude trek is of extreme importance, and it is recommended that you start preparing at least 2 to 2.5 months in advance so that you can enjoy the trek fully. And the second part of it is about safety. So as much as you must have done high altitude treks before this, it is important that you read about safety, you ask a lot of questions, you read articles, you even watch videos, and this is because there is no one up there while you will be on the trek, so you have to take care of your own safety. The third aspect of it is discipline. So when you're on a regular trek, you have a trek leader, you have an entire team, and they will take care of your routine. They will make sure that you reach the campsite in a certain duration of time, you reach the summit in a certain duration of time. But when you're on your own, there's no one to monitor or regulate. So it is even more important that you are extremely disciplined and you know when to start, when to stop, what to do, what not to do. So discipline, I would say, is another very important aspect of DIY trekking. And these are the three aspects I want all DIY trekkers to be extremely careful and aware of, which is, I'm repeating again, which is fitness, safety regarding a high altitude trek, and discipline on a DIY trek.
The thing with DIY trekking is you cannot rely on porters or anyone, so you have to carry your load for the entire duration of the trek. And in this, load is basically fuel, food, and these add on a lot to your entire weight that you're carrying on your back. So I was carrying around somewhere easily between 13 to 15 kgs on my back. So if you're planning to do a DIY trek, I would recommend that you definitely take care of your fitness, and you should have good physical resilience, and your legs should be very strong.
You need to be extremely mindful about how you're feeling health-wise on the trail, because it's very important that you have to look out for yourself, and that's the whole point of doing it yourself, right?
So you heard what Aditya had to share. This has come with a lot of observation and a lot of experience of looking at how trekkers are actually coming and being prepared for the trek. So if you want to have a great time on the trek, and you're doing treks on your own, right? So make sure that you follow these things. And hoping to see you all on this wonderful adventure so that you can take a lot back by doing treks on your own. If you have any more questions, you can always send us an email, or you can get in touch with me as well. You can drop an email to suhas@indiahikes.com, and we'll help you out to make sure that you go on the trek well prepared.